Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kimchika, and this is the slightly belated, most anticipated indie games for the month of August video. For those of you new to the channel, it's where I compile the titles releasing in the month of August that I am most looking forward to finally getting a chance to play. And again, apologies for the slight delay. The heat was getting to me, and as familiar faces may notice, I've got a little bit of a different background. A white wall because I'm doing some office reorganization, and so the camera's angled so you don't see the bulk of the disaster zone, and hopefully in the next week or two that will be back to normal. So let's carry on. We've got 13 titles total today, with 3 honorable mentions that are all in early access starting this month, and we have 10 indie games that are releasing in full, ready for you to play. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's get started with our 3 honorable mentions. First up is Stone Story RPG. As someone who typically enjoys lush and colorful titles, there's something hypnotically beautiful about the minimal, yet so expressive and detailed animation of Stone Story RPG. Unlike your typical gameplay experience, Stone Story does not give you control of the player character. Instead, while the character directs its own looting, combat, and exploration, you must focus on crafting and switching in just the right combination of items for the protagonist to succeed. With a basis in RPG mechanics and storytelling, but with special twists to keep you on your toes, this early access title is sure to stand out. Stone Story RPG releases into early access on August 8th on Steam. Alchemy Story. Get ready to mix up some potions and enjoy an adorable and wholesome time in Alchemy Story. Alchemy Story takes the farming sim formula and adds a magical twist. You're an apprentice alchemist, and you must help lift a witch's spell that has turned a whole village into animals. Brew potions, befriend your neighbors, and manage your farm, and most importantly, enjoy those adorable accessories and outfits you can adorn your character with. Alchemy Story is releasing into early access on August 22nd on Steam and itch.io. Undermine. Are you ready to explore? In Undermine, you don't really have a choice. After all, you're a poor peasant whose job is to delve into the mines, and your boss only cares if you're helping make a profit. And with dangerous creatures lurking around every corner, what's a reluctant adventurer to do? Why, make friends and rescue others who've been trapped in the mines, and use their skills, tips, and tricks to create item and weapon combos and discover the dungeon secrets. This roguelike with RPG elements is releasing in early access on August 20th on Steam. Quench. As Shaman, the elephant leader, you must help the rest of the tribe make the annual pilgrimage across the land. In this beautifully illustrated landscape inspired by papercraft, you'll solve puzzles to avoid treacherous obstacles and smoke beasts as well. You'll also work to help other herds of animals using the power of the Elder Tree to restore grass, trees, rivers, and other environmental elements along the way. Quench releases on August 7th on Steam and Nintendo Switch, and for each sale during the month of August, there will be a $1 donation to Charity Water with an up to $10,000 donation limit towards a water project for a community in need. Anodyne 2: Return to Dust. If you're familiar with Anodyne, you'll be happy to know the sequel is coming out this August. And if you're not familiar, well, don't worry, you don't have to play the original to know what's going on. In Anodyne 2: Return to Dust, you'll jump between 2 and 3D environments to save the world from nanodust. You are Nova, a nano cleaner who must save those affected by the dust by shrinking and entering their bodies to combat it head-on. It feels almost like an episode of the Magic School Bus, right? There's no official date, but Anodyne 2: Return to Dust is slated to release in August on Steam. Hamsterdam: Paws of Justice. Where are all the hamsters from? Why, Hamsterdam, of course! In this rowdy rodent brawler, you'll have to master the art of hamster food to save your hometown of Hamsterdam. Marlowe, a chinchilla, and his vermin gang are terrorizing all the citizens of your town, so as Pym, you must save the day not only using brawler-style gameplay, but rhythm and precision timing as well. Not only does the game include this rhythm-based combat, but you'll also be able to do it in style. Hamsterdam allows you to dress up Pym in all of the latest Hamsterdam fashion. Hamsterdam released on August 1st on PC, iOS, Android, and Nintendo Switch. The Church in the Darkness. It's 1977, and your nephew Alex has joined the Collective Justice Mission. Their goal is to create a utopia in the jungles of South America, and they're calling it Freedom Town. As an ex-law enforcement officer, you're already a little suspicious about what's going on, and the fact that you can't locate your nephew makes you a little more on edge. Explore Freedom Town and use documents, letters, and interviews of Freedom Town residents to determine what's really going on. What makes The Church in the Darkness especially interesting is that the story changes each time you jump in. Factors like character personalities and goals will shift upon each playthrough, and with your playstyle also affecting the narrative, you'll have many possible endings to explore. The Church in the Darkness released on August 2nd on Steam, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch.
The last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen.
The world will not let us live, so that
Dicey Dungeons. Lady Luck is a fickle being, and it looks like you've got an uphill battle to climb as she's used her powers to transform you into dice. Play as 6 different characters in the deck-building roguelike, where you'll need to level up your heroes, and with classes like the Thief, the Robot, and the Witch, you'll need to outsmart Lady Luck and return to your original forms. The baddies in this game are silly and fun to encounter. You'll meet vacuum cleaners who'll want to suck your blood, your more traditional dragons, and even adorable sneezy hedgehogs. In addition to procedurally generated levels and adorable art, there's also an incredibly catchy soundtrack to boot. Full disclosure, I do work with the artist Marlo Daub at Rose City Games, but gosh darn it, this game is just too good not to share with you all, especially if you're a fan of deck building titles, and I am truly looking forward to playing the full version of this game. Dicey Dungeons releases on August 13th on Steam and itch.io. Heave Ho. Get your iron grip ready. In Heave Ho, work with your friends, or against your friends, to grapple, grab, and grasp your way across each level. You can play with up to 4 players, customizing your character to make sure you're as stylish in-game as you are in real life, and also to be able to recognize yourself as you panic grab for any surface that'll save you from falling to your doom. Heave Ho is super silly, super fun, and releasing on August 29th on Steam and Nintendo Switch. Gibbous, a Cthulhu adventure. The city of Darkham has a lot going on with cults, secrets, and whispers of evils around corners in each alleyway. Darkham is also where a detective is working to find the Necronomicon of Lovecraftian fame. Of course, as things are wont to do in games, he finds the Necronomicon, but not before the unwitting librarian, Buzz Kerwin, accidentally activates it and channels it into his cat, turning his feline into a sarcastic and cynical talking, well, it's still a cat at least. Gibbous is a beautifully animated adventure game that draws from classic point-and-click gameplay, but applies modern comedy and lots of narrative to create an adventure like no other. Releasing on August 7th, Gibbous, a Cthulhu adventure releases on Steam and GOG.
Do you ever watch the moon, Buzz Co-op?
The awful noises. Horrible. It was horrible.
Exception. Join a group of software inside a computer to restore peace after it's been attacked by a virus. No, this is not the remake of that 90s Saturday morning cartoon reboot. Exception is a synthwave extravaganza where you'll switch between 2D and 3D views of your world, combining platforming prowess and puzzle solving. This is a game for you speedrunners out there. Figuring out the patterns and chains to optimally use routes is half the fun, and you can compare your times with others on the leaderboards. This game is a sight to behold, and I know I mentioned the synthwave soundtrack, but really, this is a really great soundtrack, especially if you love the genre. And Exception releases on August 13th on Steam, Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. Blair Witch. From the team behind Layers of Fear comes a blast from the past. The Blair Witch movie released in 1999, and I remember being absolutely terrified while watching it. And the game hopes to recapture that suspense and fear by putting you in the middle of a search for a missing child. You're Ellis, a former police officer. And even though there's a mysterious and very creepy force haunting the woods, you'll at least have Bullet the dog by your side. Really, all I care about is making sure Bullet gets through this game alive. Blair Witch releases on August 30th on Steam and Xbox One.
About the witch?
Alice, you sure you're doing fine?
Jess, I swear, there's something really messed up going on in these woods.
Calm down. What did you see?
It's hard to explain. Memories? Bad memories.
Dark. Help Lloyd wake up in dark. This boy's dreams have definitely turned into nightmares, and Lloyd must not only find his way out of these dreams by twisting and turning gravity to solve puzzles, but he must avoid the enemies of his mind as they wander through his subconscious. Rather than focusing on gore and violence, Dark hopes to get under your skin and into your mind by creating an immersive and, dare I say it, dark atmosphere. Get ready for this spooky lucid dream on August 15th, releasing on PC. So those are the indie games I am looking forward to playing during this very, very warm month of August. I hope you are all staying cool and comfortable and finding lots of indie games. If you would like to join me in playing these games and experiencing these games live, please join me on my live stream at twitch.tv/Kimchica. That's where I go on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time to play indie games, occasionally play Final Fantasy, and really just hang out with you all and relax. So I would love to see your face there. It's a very relaxed stream. Come, bring a snack, and enjoy the indie goodness. Of course, you can always catch my going live posts and posts about indie games and the game industry in general at my Twitter account at Kimchica25. I am a frequent user of Twitter, so be sure to say hi there if you would like as well. I think YouTube still sometimes has messages that come my way. If you want to reach me, Twitter is honestly the best way to do so. And that's it for this month. So I've got a few Let's Plays that are going to get started soon, a few first impressions of games that I'm really looking forward to dabbling into and seeing what they're like. So please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and you enjoy indie game centric content. And I hope you all again just stay cool and comfortable because it is warm out, and I will see you in the next video.